everyone, this is Kassie and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of October the 3rd to October the 9th. If you want to reach me for a personal consultation, you can find me on my platform www.kassiekai.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription and extra free minutes every month. If you enjoy my videos, you can share, like and subscribe, and make sure that you hit the notifications bell so that you don't miss anything that comes up in my channel. If you want to check last week's predictions, you can do so by clicking on the link above. Our deck for today is the Sun and Moon Tarot, a very nice deck, very simple. It's a perfect deck for a beginner since on every card it has a keyword that will help you learn the interpretation of the cards. But let's get on with the predictions. For Aries we had the Ten of Cups and now it's the Hanged Man. The Ten of Cups, as all tens, marks the end of a stage when things come to a head and where there's some sort of completion. So maybe last week you finished the project, or you took the next step in a relationship, or a stage has been completed, and after that you may need to take some time to relax, to rest, to put your thoughts in order, as that's what the Hanged Man indicates. The Hanged Man is a time out, a break between two different phases, and since the Ten of Cups is a positive card, the vibes will be positive, and maybe you will take a few days off work, or you will decide to slow down for a while, and you may even be able to see a situation from a different perspective. You may decide that in order to start the new stage, the next chapter, you may have to sacrifice something. It doesn't have to be something serious, because it could be something small or something bigger depending on the situation you are in, and the Hanged Man often involves a sacrifice. If you want to know how someone feels about you, at some point there must have been a change in their feelings, and they are a little stuck in that energy, in that narrative, because for one reason or another they are not taking action on their thoughts, on their feelings. They believe that the best they can do now is to remain distant, detached, because they feel there's something they need to experience first, there's something they need to understand first before they start moving again. And this is a temporary situation, keep that in mind, and it happens for a particular reason. The Hanged Man is associated with the planet Neptune, and that's the planet of illusions, so try to be aware of what is going on around you this week. Make sure you see things clearly, because there's this energy that can cause confusion and uncertainty, but the Hanged Man is a great energy if you want to do something creative, because it favors and promotes imagination, artistic endeavors. So if you're an artist, this week you will do really well, and you will notice that others are getting more in tune with your work. For Taurus we had the Fool and now the Seven of Cups. The Fool is a new beginning. It's a door that's opening too many responsibilities, a lot of potential, and something must have happened last week that showed you those new doors, and maybe you had to deal with a lot of Aquarian energy, as the Fool is associated with Aquarius. Maybe there was a lot of Uranian energy too, and by Uranian I mean the energy of planet Uranus, as the Fool is associated with the planet Uranus, the planet of awakening, innovation. That's a very strong energy that can manifest as surprises, unexpected developments, eccentric people, so maybe you have experienced some of those energies or all of those energies. And this week the Seven of Cups is a similar vibe to the Fool, in the sense that the Seven of Wands too shows many options, many different possibilities. So maybe you are still exploring those options that opened up last week, and you are thinking about your next steps and about what you want to do. And maybe things are not very clear at the moment, and the direction is not clear, and there are mixed feelings, as on the one hand you are feeling excited, you are daydreaming about your plans and what you want to achieve in the coming months, either on the professional or on personal level. On the other hand, you may feel very scattered and you cannot find your focus, your concentration. And if there's no focus and no concentration, you cannot really pursue a goal with confidence and determination, especially if you're changing your mind all the time. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are experiencing a mixture of different feelings, and the truth is that they are not focused enough on your connection at the moment. That's why you may feel that they have other priorities, or that they are not giving you the attention that you want them to give you. That could be a little annoying, a little upsetting, particularly if they do that all the time lately, but it's clear that they are going through the motions at the moment and they have not yet made a solid decision about what they want to do. The Seven of Cups is Venus in Scorpio, and there will be great intensity in sexual and romantic matters, and there will probably be a magnetic encounter this week that will transform a romantic relationship. The strong day of this week appears to be Sunday. For Gemini, we had the Hermit, and now it's the Ten of Swords. The Hermit must have put you in a mood that was rather solitary. Maybe you were seeking solitude last week because you needed to come to a realization, or you wanted to find a solution that could not be found in the company of other people. Maybe you felt that you had to withdraw for a while, or another person felt that they needed some downtime, or they were not as communicative as you would like them to be, and it appears that with the Ten of Swords you are finally coming to a decision. The Ten of Swords has a certain finality in it. It marks the end of the stage, and it's the highest manifestation of its suit. Swords are associated with communications, with the way we think, and it's possible that this week you will decide to stop communicating with someone, either because your communication got too overwhelming for you, or because you feel that there is no meeting of the minds at the moment, and there is no point in trying to convince them about something or to try to make them see your point of view. Maybe you have made a lot of effort in that direction already, and your efforts have not produced the results you were hoping for. Maybe this week you will decide that enough is enough and that you don't want to make any more effort on this connection. The good news about the Ten of Swords is that once we come to such a drastic decision, and once we take action on that decision, new energies are opening up, and it's very possible a situation you thought was hopeless suddenly changes. And that's because tens are endings, but endings are followed by new beginnings. If you want to know how someone feels, their feelings at the moment are not very positive. Maybe you had a fight with them, or you stopped talking, and there were a lot of things that have not been said and a lot of things that have been said, and now there's this very tricky situation between you. There are too many contrasts and a lot of bad vibes around this connection. Confusion, anxiety, sadness, blame. Maybe you blame them for certain things they did or they didn't do, and they blame you. Nothing in this world can't be healed, but at times we need to make some serious decisions. Some patterns need to break, and if a situation isn't leading to a positive outcome, there's a drastic change that is needed. All this weird energy will subside in about 10 days, and you can use the astrological energy of this card to make it through, and that's the Sun in Gemini. The Sun in Gemini is like a chameleon, so under this energy you can adapt quickly to circumstances, to new energies, and that will help you create a more balanced situation for you. For Cancer, we had the Star, and now it's the Moon. These are two of the guiding lights in Tarot, along with the Sun, and you had the Star last week, which is hope, optimism, a very positive energy, a very light energy. And under the energy of the Star, maybe you made plans for the future. The Star is associated with Aquarius, which represents the future. So maybe something happened that gave you hope about the situation, a situation you thought was bad or hopeless, or you got guidance, a message from life, a message from a wise person that showed you the way to do something. And this week you will continue to get guidance because the Moon is always there, showing the way through the darkness. However, the darkness is also there, and with the moon also comes confusion and uncertainty. And often confusion and uncertainty are caused by our own fears, but by our own insecurities. And maybe those fears are not even realistic. You will start having second thoughts about something, or you will feel that someone is not being honest with you. The moon often shows that someone has ulterior motives and they are hiding their real intentions. In that case, it's not advisable to take action before you can see things more clearly. It will not be wise to confront this person unless you have evidence that they lied to you, or that they cheated on you, or they did something behind your back. It's best that you let things unfold and think of the phases of the moon that are ever changing. That's how developments will be this week. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they have strong feelings, there is sexual attraction, there is desire, but at the same time, they don't understand those feelings, they don't make sense of those feelings, they don't know why they have those feelings, and that will cause some emotional ups and downs. The day of the moon is Monday, and that seems to be the strong day of this week. But beware, because this might be a day that things will be the most confusing, that things will not make sense. And since we had a new moon these days, the message here is that this new moon will affect you more than usual. The moon is the ruler of your sign, and that's why this would be a very significant week for you, especially when it comes to emotional matters and relationships. For Leo, we had the Nine of Swords, and now it's the Four of Wands. The Nine of Swords is a difficult energy, without a doubt. It's when things start getting very serious, communications break down, and perhaps harsh words were exchanged, or you felt someone betrayed you, or that someone was talking behind your back. The Nine of Swords is a stage when you feel that nothing is going your way. However, the Four of Wands this week, it's a very different energy. It's when things stabilize. Force shows stability. Imagine force like a four-legged table that's very solid, so there will be situations, people you can rely on, and if things have been difficult in the previous weeks, now you will finally find the support you seek. You will find strong allies that will help you go ahead with your plans, or people will side with you and help you win an argument, or a situation that's causing you trouble will stabilize. The Four of Wands is the completion of a stage that comes after effort, and it's also a reward that you are going to receive this week. No matter what happened the last week, this week you will feel that the universe is finally helping you and things are turning in your favor. The Four of Wands is a card associated with relationships that get more official, so maybe you will decide to get engaged or to get married, or a professional situation will reach a new stage. Maybe you will decide to partner with a new person, or you will celebrate your agreement. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are getting more stable and they know what they want. They feel attracted to you, Wands show attraction, and the Four of Wands shows that they want to go one step further with you. The Four of Wands is Venus in Aries astrologically, and I will remind you that Venus had an affair with Mars, who's the ruler of Aries, and that affair didn't end up too well because her husband found out. And that's why I will advise you to be extra cautious this week if you do have an affair or a secret relationship, because there's a strong chance you will get caught, and that will cause great trouble. Love matters will be intense this week, and if you are single, you may meet someone new, as new connections are favored under this energy. Thursday seems to be the strong day of this week. For Virgo, we had the Death and now the King of Swords. The Death is a very complex card because it shows endings, and it also shows transformation. It shows things that we cannot really avoid. So maybe something was forced on you last week, either you wanted it or not, and you went through a certain process, that perhaps resulted in a break, or an ending, or a drastic change in a situation that was much needed. Under this energy, there's often fear of the unknown, fear of the future. So you want to hold on, you don't want to let go, and that means stronger resistance, inner and outer. and with the resistance come all sorts of different difficult energies, especially if you were in a situation that you knew it wasn't right for you. Now the King of Swords gives you the clarity and the determination to do what is right, because that's this king's first priority, to do what is right for him and for others. There will be important messages, important talks this week, and the near Sun or Ascendant male, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, will play a key role or participate in those talks, and you may get an explanation from someone, an explanation that is much needed, or someone will ask you to clarify something, and that will help you improve your relationship, either personal or professional. If you are wondering how someone feels about you, they are filtering their feelings through logic. Like I said, the King of Swords is about doing the right thing, and this person feels that your connection and your relationship, and if this person feels that your connection and your relationship could cause turmoil in their life, they may detach themselves and will remain distant for a while. Try not to get overly emotional, because this person cannot deal with too much emotion. Either they don't feel comfortable with expressing their own feelings, or they just want to maintain a certain balance and they feel that an emotionally charged situation could disturb. The King of Swords is good news when it comes to legal matters, so if you have a legal case going on, expect that you will get some good news this week and maybe a final order that will be in your favor. If you need to ask for legal advice, don't hesitate to do so. It's better than to get yourself in trouble. For Libra, we had the Ace of Wands and now it's the Five of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the beginning of action, it's an idea, an event that will push you to take action, and it's a very warm and enthusiastic energy, as it's a fire card, and the fire card can be very intense, very motivating, so maybe you decided to make a move, a new beginning in a relationship, or you decided to initiate something. And the Five of Wands too is a fire card and has the same vibe, the same energy. If you've been impatient and you tried to speed things up, you will probably be successful. You will manage to take some shortcuts and skip some stages. Usually forcing things doesn't work very well, but it seems that in this case it will work for you. The Five of Wands will put you in a competitive mode, and that could play out in a number of ways. If we are talking about a personal relationship, then you should expect some power struggles in that relationship. Maybe you and your partner are disagreeing about something, and there might be a contrast here. If that's a pattern in your relationship, you will notice that it's replaying way too often now, so you may want to do something about it if you find it annoying. If we are talking about a professional situation, you will have to stand out in some way. There will be those who are going for the same reward, the same position maybe, and you will feel the strong need to be the winner. There's a good chance you will stand out, but make sure that you maintain momentum by taking action. This isn't a week to wait, this is a week to act. And if you want something, go get it. Try not to compare yourself to others, because that will make you feel less confident. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel very strongly for you, but there's also an inner struggle. Now the struggle can be for many reasons. Maybe there are aspects of your relationship that aren't working. Maybe there are differences as personalities, and perhaps that's stopping them from taking the next step. However, there will be efforts and there will be progress, developments, as this is a high energy card, and you should expect that things will be moving. Friday seems to be the strong day of this week, while things that happened between July the 22nd and August the 1st may come now to a head. For Scorpio, we had the Seven of Swords and now it's the Tower. An interesting combination. The Seven of Swords points to unconventional situations, so maybe you explored some alternative options last week, or you decided to do things in a way that was different and surprising for some people, and perhaps you got some weird reactions from people who weren't very comfortable with the way you were reacting. However, the Seven of Swords often shows that appearances are deceptive, so maybe there was something in your life, a situation that appeared to be one way, but it was another way. Now with the Tower, confusion, uncertainty disappear, and that's because the Tower is the moment when there's no more doubt, no more uncertainty. It's an event, it's something they will tell you unexpectedly for some, it may even be something shocking, but it shows the situation as it really is. There is no room for lies, no room for deception, illusions break, and you know what the truth of a situation is. Many fear the energy of the Tower, but the reality is that when you're experiencing stagnation, when you're experiencing repeated unhealthy patterns, the Tower is exactly what you need, because it's an energy that gets us unstuck, particularly if we are unable to push ourselves, to make positive changes, to experience a happier life, a happier situation. In many cases, that's when life itself intervenes and opens a door for us to create a better experience for ourselves, even if that's disruptive at times. If you want to know how someone feels, the Tower shows that there has been a drastic change in their feelings. That means if they were uninterested and unresponsive, now expect the change for the better. But it's also the opposite. If things have been going well, maybe something will happen and disturb that balance for a while. Another thing to keep in mind is that the Tower is one of the top sexual cards, so expect that your sexual life will get more intense. As a Scorpio, you should not be scared of this energy at all, because the Tower is associated with Mars and your energy is very compatible with that of Mars. So whatever comes up, I trust that you will be able to deal with it better than any other person could. For Sagittarius, we had the Three of Cups and now the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Cups has a nice energy, a friendly atmosphere, social meetings, friends, people we love, good vibes, good times, so you must have experienced some pleasant moments last week, or you connected with someone that you haven't seen in a while and you came together in a happy reunion. This week the Knight of Pentacles is an Earth card, while the Three of Cups is a water card, and water and earth blend well together, create situations that are stable but not too rigid. There is the right amount of emotion and there is the right amount of stability. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow but solid progress. It's someone in your life who's an Earth Sun or Ascendant, Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, and you will make progress with this person. Yes, maybe they are not as fast as you'd like them to be, their pace is much slower than yours, but that's because they want to be sure for their choices. They dislike taking risks, they dislike surprises, and in a way that allows them to create situations that are long-lasting and long-term, and that's what they are interested in anyway. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are interested in you, they have serious intentions, they want a serious relationship, not just a fling, and that's why they will take slow steps, and that could taste your patience a bit, but after a while you will be thankful that they did, because often relationships that start too fast and move too fast, they also end too fast. So if you are interested in a serious relationship, maybe you should give this person some time and let them lead. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is also good news about career, good news about money. Maybe you will get some money you were expecting, or maybe you will have to travel to earn some money. Or you will have to deal with a practical issue that came up a while ago and is still not resolved. Generally, you should expect that situations that start this week will take a couple of weeks to show their full potential. For Capricorn, we had the Five of Wands and now it's the World. The Five of Wands is a card of competition. Maybe you had to deal with different people, different energies, maybe there were disagreements or different demands, and last week must have been too busy for you. You had too many things to do. At the same time, you had to stand out somehow in a relationship, in a professional setting, or you got into a big contest with someone and you had a fight with them. However, fights represented by the Five of Wands are rarely serious and usually there is reconciliation after a few days. If that was the case with you, the World card you got this week confirms that things will get back on track and matters will come to a head in a successful way. The World card is associated with foreign countries, with people in foreign countries, so maybe you are in a long-distance relationship, or you're working with people abroad, or maybe you're planning a trip abroad. The World is a very inclusive card, and what this means is that you may have to take into account too many things before you make a decision. Maybe there are different needs, different demands, people around you have different expectations, and you need to take all those different energies into account. And things can get a bit overwhelming if you don't set some priorities in order to do things in a way that's more balanced and easier for you. The World symbolizes the completion of a stage when something has run its course, and this week you will probably experience a situation or a cycle that's closing, while very soon a new cycle will begin. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they have many different feelings. You are part of their world for sure, no matter how the situation is between you. They want you in their life. Like I said, the World is an inclusive card, even if there's distance between you, even if things have been rocky. It's clear that they don't want to lose you and they want you to be in their world. This card is about creating your own world. It's about how to make our environment beautiful for us. It's how we make our relationships good for us. It's about making things better in our life. So there are adjustments that you'll have to make this week, and this is a good week to do so, to decide what role you want to play. It's about deciding the purpose you want to have in this life. For Aquarius, we had the Knight of Cups, and now it's the Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is a card of romance, a card of love, so last week your focus must have been on your romantic relationships primarily, although at times the Knight of Cups often points to other type of relationships, family or friendships, and maybe you shared your feelings with someone, or someone opened up and told you they love you, and there must have been some very special moments for you, some very significant developments in your love life. The Eight of Pentacles you got this week means that progress continues, and the Eight of Pentacles is how we make our relationships work better, always after effort. So you will be making efforts to make things more solid, to make things better in a relationship. Last week you were dealing with the emotional aspects of a relationship. This week you will be dealing with the practical aspects of a relationship. And the practical aspects can be many things. How we share our time, what type of activities we decide to do together, how we share the responsibilities within the relationship, the obligations we have, and all those things can make a relationship stronger. Feelings are one thing, but there's also the practical side of relationship that holds things together and make those feelings stronger. One cannot exist without another. The Eight of Pentacles is very strong for career too, because it shows progress in career, especially if you are starting a new job or you are going to a higher level in an existing job, and you will see that people now appreciate your work more, and maybe someone will come to you and ask for advice or will ask you to help them with something. If you want to know how someone feels, their feelings are growing, and they are growing steadily, but maybe a little slowly. They do want to have a future with you, and they are thinking about that future and how to make it happen. The Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, so this week you will be making long-term plans and you will get things done in an efficient way, and you may also decide to make a commitment. The end of the week seems to be the strongest, while something that happened between August the 28th and September the 1st will be finished now, or you will be taking something to a higher level. For Pisces we had the Moon, and now it's the Ten of Pentacles. The Moon is a card of confusion, and it can manifest as intense feelings, emotional swings, ups and downs, so last week must have been a little difficult for you emotionally, especially because you are a water sign and you are more affected by others by water energy. But now this week with the Ten of Pentacles, things are getting more stable, as this 10 is the highest expression of the suit of Pentacles, and Pentacles bring stability, bring security, solid developments, commitments, so this week you will probably experience something that will make you feel that you are no longer walking on shifting sands. Someone will offer you something solid. either in your personal or in your professional life, and you will feel more confident that you can go ahead with them, that you can rely on them. The Ten of Pentacles means that someone has strong feelings for you, they have serious intentions, they are looking for something long-lasting with you, not just a fling or a casual relationship. Now for some of you, the Ten of Pentacles means that you are involved with someone who has other commitments, maybe someone who's married or someone who's very committed or very busy with their career. That could cause some turbulence in your relationship, some contrasts. And this week you will probably have to make a kind of agreement, a kind of deal with them to see how the situation could work for both of you in a way that's more fulfilling and more balanced. The Ten of Pentacles astrologically is Mercury in Virgo, and Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, which means that organization and communication will stabilize, especially if things have been chaotic with the energy of the moon. And it's very likely you will see plans now are easier to manifest, communications get more frequent, more regular, and if you are thinking about drawing boundaries for some reason, this is a good week to do so, as you will find that other people are now more willing to take into account your needs and your expectations. And something that happened between the 11th and the 22nd September may come to a culmination this week. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of October 3rd to October the 9th. I hope you enjoyed them, and I will see you next week. Have a nice and productive week.